Salutations, crustaceans! I'm Lobster, and this is the brand new Z3 from Sire. Big thank you to Sire for providing the space for the review, I really appreciate it. With the Z3, Sire is looking to dethrone Sterling by Music Man as providing the best budget Stingrays. Where the Ray 4 or the Ray 34 have been kind of the standards if you wanted a Stingray type bass without dropping US Stingray money, the Sire Z3 as well as the Sire Z7 are both looking to kind of unseat that bass and provide more bang for the buck. Prices for the Sterling by Music Man basses have been creeping up over time, and it's nice to see them have some competition in regards to these Stingray style basses. So what we have here with the Z3 is a entry-level Stingray from Sire. This is part of their 3 series, which is their entry-level tier, and the Z model, which is their Stingray style bass. They also have the Z7, and we'll be doing a separate video on that. And this is really compelling for one big reason. It is not just gunning for the Sterling by Music Man, but it's also gunning for Ernie Ball Music Man with the USA Stingrays and the Stingray Specials. I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But first, let's go over the basic specs of our Sire Z3. What we have here is a mahogany body, and that comes in one of 4 colors. We have the sparkling black here, we have a solid white, we have a solid blue, and we have a rose gold, just like what we had with the U7. That would be a nice finish to see on this. The pick guards for these basses vary as well, with the white and the sparkling black model coming with the black pick guard, the blue model coming with the white pick guard, and the rose gold model coming with the tort pick guard. We're used to Sire making J-bass and P-bass copies in a variety of different formats, so to see a brand new model like this is very exciting. This is a whole new design, basically a take on the Music Man Stingray, and they did a nice job with it, adding their own touches like the extended upper horn, the shortened lower horn. This is definitely geared for comfort here. And on the front here we can also see the Music Man style humbucker here, which is wired in parallel. And that is wired to a 3-band EQ. That's right, this is a 3-band as opposed to the 2-band that you get on the Ray 4 and the Ray 24. You have to shell out over $600 or $700 to get a Ray 34 in order to get a 3-band with Sterling by Music Man. And one extra touch is this is an 18-volt preamp, so just like the USA Music Man Stingray Specials, we have an 18-volt. We also have a nice little Music Man style bridge. This is Sire's take on the Music Man design, and this is a very good looking bridge. It looks really premium, and it's nice to see that they use the same style bridge on both the Z3 and Z7. I have no complaints with this bridge. You're able to string through the body, you're able to string through the bridge. It supports a variety of different stringings. Well, only 2, but you know what I mean. More than 1. Hey. And it's just a good looking bridge. I really appreciate what they've done here. It has channels for these saddles. You can string through the body, you can string through the bridge, and it's just appealing when you're looking at it. It doesn't really resemble that giant weird SUB bridge that you get on the Ray 4s. Instead, it resembles something more like what you get on the higher end Music Man basses. And I think they did a great job here. And then moving up to the neck, we have a 22 fret maple on maple neck. This is a 34-inch scale with a 12-inch radius. So this is not very similar in shape to a USA Music Man. It is a little bit chunkier than what you get on one of those. However, it is very comfortable. We have a 42mm nut width, which I verified, and we have a truss rod adjustment here at the base of the neck, just like most other Sires. And then moving up to the headstock, we have a 4-in-line headstock configuration. The original prototypes of this bass featured a 3x1 headstock just like the Stingrays. However, I probably think they had some problems with Music Man, and they reverted to a typical Sire headstock, though it is a little bit smaller and more compact. We have 4 open gear tuners, and these are the same 3 series tuners that you get on the V3. These tuners are really stiff and pretty terrible. I am not impressed with these tuners at all. It was a pain to restring this bass, and this bass is strung with the SIT Foundation Nichols, gauges 45 to 105. And again, these tuners are pretty awful. Also, one of the tuner bushings on the G string is actually popping out a bit. I tried to squish that back in there with a clamp, but it keeps popping out, so I think there's just a small fitment issue there. We also have the typical string tree for the 4-string Marcus Miller basses that retains the A string, the D string, and the G string. And then we have the metallic Marcus Miller lettering saying that this is a Marcus Miller Sire bass and that it's a Z3. Now, one thing I wanted to mention about this bass that I forgot just about the neck is there's some nice bird's eye figuring on this fingerboard. This looks like a very premium neck, but this is one of their entry-level models, and that is really neat. So, good job, Sire. I'm gonna let the dog out. And now it's spinny time for our Sire Z3. Boop! So as this bass is spinning around, you can see the beautiful sparkles in the finish here, as well as whatever is going on my computer monitor as I record this video. But yes, this is a gorgeous sparkle finish. There's loads of glitter in here, and this is definitely the finish to choose, in my opinion, if you're getting the Sire Z3. Along the side here, you can see that this has all the cutouts and contours like a modern Stingray versus something like a Stingray Classic, which is a slab body. And moving along back, we can see that we have an 18-volt battery compartment here, as well as string ferrules to string through the body. We also have a contoured neck heel and a 5-screw neck attachment. This closely resembles that of the Stingray Special. It's very ergonomic and you're easily able to access the upper 22 frets. And we can also see the satin finish on the back of the neck, making this a very easy neck to navigate. It feels, again, very similar to that of a USA Stingray, though the profile is a little bit different, a little bit chunkier. And how much does the Sire Z3 cost? The big question. With the Sterling by Music Man Array 4 coming in at $349, at the time of filming at least, and the Ray 24, the slightly upgraded version, which we've reviewed as well, coming in at $549. This bass comes in smack dab in the middle at $449. So $100 more than the Ray 4, but $100 less than the Ray 24. In my opinion, that is a great value here with what you get on paper. You get a 3-band as opposed to a 2-band, which you get on the Ray 4 and the Ray 24, and you have to go all the way up to a Ray 34 in order to get a 3-band. You also have 18 volts versus 9 volts, which gives you more headroom. And you have the option to string through the body. You have the more ergonomic neck heel. There's really a lot to like about this bass over the Sterling by Music Man basses. And how much does our Sire Z3 weigh? This particular example comes in at 9.5 pounds, 9.5 pounds on the dot, which makes this pretty on par with what we see from Sterling by Music Man with their Ray 4 basses, which usually come in around 9.5 pounds. These are not boat anchors, at least the one that I have here, and overall it's a very well weighted bass. But now let's see how our Sire Z3 balances. Sitting within the lap, it is pretty well balanced. You don't really get any significant neck dive. As you can see, it took a long time to drop into my hand versus something where it's just gonna go down there. So well balanced bass in the lap, very easy to play. And where it sits, I can easily access everything without, things getting in the way. So ergonomic, efficient, beautiful. I love it. Now let's see how this bass balances on a strap. On the lap with the strap, you can see that this thing is very well balanced. I don't have any issues with neck dive. It's staying right where I want it to. And then standing up, this bass is perfectly balanced. Now let's go ahead and plug in our Sire Z3 into our Ampeg Rocket combo here and hear what it sounds like. So that is our Sire Z3, our little entry-level Stingray thing. You can see the glossiness of the fingerboard in my lights, as well as the sparklies of the finish. This feels like a high-quality instrument. If you're looking for a skinny jazz-style neck, look elsewhere because this is more akin to a P bass. This is a little thicker than what you get on a Stingray Special and feels almost similar to that of my Stingray Retro, which has a 43mm nut width as opposed to a 42 here. But just the overall chunkiness seems very similar. This has very like old school Stingray vibes, which is really cool. So as you can hear, very good Stingray vibes that we're getting. And we have a 3-band EQ at our disposal. And one nice extra feature that you will never, ever, 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 ever find on a Stingray is we have a bypass. Also, internally, we have a gain control for our preamp, and I think I've matched up the passive and the active sound pretty well. So here's what the bass sounds like with the preamp bypassed. Oh, we have fun here. We have fun. So that was the preamp bypassed. Not too bad. I think this is probably one of the better of the stock Sire pickups. Usually we've heard that Sire pickups are kind of relying on the preamp a bit. These do not. These sound great even with the preamp bypassed. So let's re-engage our Music Man style pickup here with the preamp and let's play around with things a bit. First, let's take the mids down ever so slightly and we're gonna boost our treble and boost our bass and hear what that sounds like. Ooh, this is fun. This is a good bass. Let's do other things. I don't know. Let's turn down the preamp all the way. So I have the gain control pretty well dialed in, and you can mess with it to in turn like mess with the impact of the preamp. So all the way down. So yeah, not too bad with the preamp turned all the way down, and you definitely have a nice tone to mold here with a solid preamp. So this is a first for Sire. This is a 3-band preamp without a passive tone control and without a frequency selector for the mid control. So we have a much more simple preamp and very, very similar to that of a Music Man Stingray. Looks-wise, it's the same. I'm not sure if it's targeting the same frequencies. I know Sire is usually a bit on the high side when it comes to their treble frequency and on the low side when it comes to their bass frequency, but we might do a little bit of a comparison later. We'll see. So let's just turn up the bass control now. Put that up to center, everything else all the way down. So as you probably saw, I boosted the bass a little bit there. How much was that? That was like maybe a 30% boost to get a little bit more thuddy boominess for fun. I don't know. That's what we do here. Let's turn down the bass to about a 50% cut and bring our mids up to center. A very nice sound as well. This is a powerful mid control, so be wary with it. Don't crank it all the way, but you can definitely get some gnarly mids out of this. Let's turn that up to about a 50% boost. Oh, fun stuff, fun stuff. Now let's keep that where it is and give ourselves a little bit of treble now. Yeah. So as you heard, we're definitely getting a little bit gnarly now with the mids boosted. So I'm going to take that back down to center, and let's actually bring our treble up to about a 50% boost. So we have our bass, let's center that as well, and just have our treble boosted. So yeah, with the treble boosted, you're definitely getting into USA Stingray territory here. And I think that is a very good thing to make that actual Stingray sound with the parallel pickup. You have the 3-band preamp. You can also do a 2-band if you want to customize it. I mean, you can't do that from Sire, but if you want to mod it, be my guest. I mean, modding is fun, and we're definitely going to be modding this. But yeah, this is a flexible preamp. Let's center it now and grab our pick, which I just had. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. We got our pick. Let's hear what this Sire Z3 sounds like with a pick and the preamp center. Nice pick sound. Let's just explore that a little bit more. I'll do some palm muting and some more open stuff. Nice pick tone out of our Sire Z3 here. Now let's slap it. Yeah, killer Stingray slap tone from our Z3 here. Okay, let's boost the treble just a little bit, cut the mids just a little bit, and boost our bass just a little bit. Again, killer slap tone, and I think we are getting very close to that USA Stingray special sound. In fact, I may have one sitting right there. So let's do a little comparison, a blind comparison. So we are going to do a back-to-back with our Sire Z3 and my USA Music Man Stingray Special BFR Pink Champagne, also known as Pinky. This bass now probably retails well over $3,000. At the time, I think I bought it for around $2,500 or $2,600. Either way, just a regular Music Man Stingray Special, I believe starts around $2,500. So you can get quite a few Sire Z3s with one of those. But can we get close to that tone? Let's see. First, let's start the censorship. Oh! Do you think you were able to guess the difference? The USA Music Man Stingray Special BFR was bass number 2. If you were able to guess the difference, give yourself a pat on the back, I guess. I don't know. Hey, puppy. Oh, no, you're all tangled. Don't be tangled. Tangle's bad. Now let's move on from our Ampeg Rocket to our Trickfish stack back here and some effect pedals, including our beloved Microcosm. Let's get to it. Okay, enough of that, because we need to get to the effects, the fun stuff. Let's hear what this sounds like with some Big Muff. Ah. Oh, I just scared my dog. With not with the sound, but just with the shape and the shaking of the bass. He's like, oh my god, it's too beautiful. Let's turn that off. That was making some noise. Hi, puppy. Oh, you're so good and so cute. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, but mommy's filming a video and you have to come back later. Or just not attack me. Oh. Next up on our effects chain is the Polyblue Octaver. Okay, let's turn that off and get some chorus. Oh, that's not chorus. That's chorus and some reverb. Okay, now with those effects off, I actually put together a little drum beat that we are going to engage, play a little background thing, and have some fun. So here are my final thoughts on our Sire Z3. Yeah, this bass is the real deal. We've been stuck with the Ray 4 and the Ray 24 and Ray 34 lineup for a long time, with only mild tweaks in regards to aesthetics and occasionally materials. However, the Z3 and the Z7 definitely spice up the pot a bit. At $450, you have a 3-band preamp as opposed to the competition's 2-band. We have the same classic looks, an extra fret, and the same number of frets like we have with the Stingray Special, a $2,500 and above bass. We have easy truss rod access. We have just gorgeous looks, great balance. This is a player's instrument, absolutely. The only downside, in my opinion, the tuners. They're awful. These are some terrible tuners. We will be doing a mod video replacing these with some Goto GB528s, and as if I've done enough videos of those, we'll do one more with this bass. The balance is already fine, but the tuner quality is pretty bad, so it will be an upgrade either way. We're not addressing really the balance or the weight, but more so just the quality and quality of ownership of this instrument. But everything else is superb on this. I like the styling, I like the bridge, just the easy access of the upper frets, the neck joint, just like what we see on the Stingray Specials, the neck material, the maple on maple looks great. We have a glossy fingerboard, smooth satin back, just solid bass all around. Now, would I recommend the Sire Z3 over a Ray 4 or a Ray 24 if you want a mod platform? Absolutely. You have an extra pot here with a side jack, meaning that you can put in a traditional 3-band preamp from anybody, including a Music Man preamp, without the need to stack a pot. The 18 volts of battery power is also nice and gives you some additional headroom, which you don't get with any of the Sterling by Music Man basses. And in regards to quality, that's something I really can't comment enough about. The fretwork is really solid on this bass. The neck feels fabulous for a $450 instrument. I am very impressed. I mean, you heard it in my playing and the fun that I'm having here. This definitely delivers. You know, a good bass is a good bass when it accentuates your playing, when it supports your playing, and when it makes you just a better player, when you connect with it and when you can express yourself with an instrument. And that's what I feel with this. This is an instrument that I can can easily play, I can pick up and have fun with and just see where it takes me. So an absolutely great job here with Sire. I think that the Z series is definitely going to be a hit, and I hope to see even more fun colors in the future. But let me know what you think about this video and our Sire Z3 down in the comments below. That will do it for our review though. As always, big thank you to everyone watching out there and taking the time to comment on my videos and watch them, and it's just been a really great ride, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. And I'm just rambling at this point. Thank you all for watching, and until we groove again.